5 Command Green Boy. All right, bear with this one. Just sit up. Well, this will take our monitor tab closed on us. On the plus side, we have time for people to join in and for mobs to build up so we can get a little bit more experience before we do our dirty performing over at Inkwood. So things are loading. Chromebook isn't the fastest, but I guess when that changes over to Android, maybe that will change. Good morning. We'll let that load and see how things go. But we are day 533 on the Journey Begins, live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Our streamer in the other was Joel Duggan earlier this morning, and was Scotsman UK doing Minecraft over on audio. Looks like it's pretty good, so let's see what we can get done. We're going with our basic in today, so move things to the kind of corners, which isn't bad, although I'd probably move the follower stuff to the upper right to balance it in the four corners. And I'm not sure how much I like that. But if anybody has any thoughts on that. Trying to follow some recommendations to get it balanced, but kind of like the game, majority of the screen and everything else in kind of one spot. Let's see how that goes. All right. I think we're ready to get started here. Mendar Silk Touch, since we need the most stone. Then once it's mended, we'll do our kitchen, and then I'm not going to fully mend our fortune, just however many zombies we have here. Because that's a closing screen activity. Okay. That's good enough. Okay. That works. Oh, where's our rockets? Oh. We had a rocket. We just weren't paying attention. Uh-oh. And all right, so we can get across that in 2 rockets. That's a good distance. Yeah, and our goals are at the top 2 for Twitch and TikTok. So I think we're trying to get to 1,000 on TikTok, 1,000 followers with our initial milestone of 500 now. I'm trying to get to 70 followers and make affiliate on Twitch. So if you're enjoying the stream, feel free to help us get there. And if you're really enjoying it, feel free to share. This villager really doesn't want to lower their prices on me. Just keep dropping stuff off here. Oh, can we? That'll be enough to condense that. Perfect. Well, we can reset our. This isn't that far away. We'll probably reset it one more time before we go. Okay. Wait, how did you get out? Oh, right. We need some, well, I guess if we build iron golems, we could defend it. We just don't want to build too much village stuff. At least we want to be careful how we do it so that we don't interfere with our iron farm. Let's see where we can put this dirt. Go over in this quadrant. Let's see what we got going on here. Do some dirting over here, and then oh, that's one of the things we forgot. We got a little bit of a late start, and we're messing around with the layout. And one of the things we didn't get was having a goal. So this is, put this across, that's 2. Okay, so that should be okay then. Putting a goal for the day, that was one thing we could put up, so that might be something we work on for tomorrow. Maybe we'll get back to that hole. We'll focus on that so we can get that planned out. Oop. This part, okay. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then it should be probably about here. There we go. What's this? We'll grab some sand and sandstone here. Great. Now we can put in some dirt. Put that in so we don't have quite the issue of going across. And there we go. Maybe that's, well, I don't know about putting the goal in the upper right hand corner. That feels a little odd. I think that would be more of a center thing. Or oops. Yeah, either top center or with the kind of thumbnail for what we're working on. So not like what we have in the bottom right. I'm not sure. Again, if anybody has any thoughts on that, feel free to drop them in chat. Because I thought about kind of doing things on the top and then maybe putting a video on each side. So maybe moving like the left hand to the upper left hand corner and then base cam in the upper right. And I don't know how important the day that we're working on is. So I thought about maybe putting that over one of the tools. It's kind of something into an Easter egg. Probably because it'd probably be kind of hard to read. But having it in there. Like that. We're putting small amounts, limiting it to a section of our hotbar. So we couldn't have it take all of it because the scaling would be bad. But if we moved it over, it'd probably take maybe 3 of the slots. So from our slow pickaxe to our fortune pickaxe, and then up through the armor. About that high. So kind of covering up some of the hotkey bar. We could put uh, the title screen on one side and the goal on the other side. So, you know, like from the carrot to our dirt. I don't know if I would make it as high since there's no armor on this side, although maybe we could, because whenever we're on like the happy gas or our mount, then there's hearts on that side over the mount's health. So that would give it a little bit more symmetry. Maybe we'll consider something like that. Yeah, in addition to messing around, we also did the title screen a little bit. So it should be, when we transition over from the getting started screen, it should be our logo and then some Minecraft dirt blocks kind of stacking in. And then we can turn that off when we're not doing Minecraft. And then we also did some organization in OBS. So as we're trying to update some of our things, organizing our folders and what things belong, how to do nested scenes and how to do groups for the best way to keep OBS organized so that we can expand it to other games in the future. I mean, Minecraft will always be there, but let's expand it to other games. I think that was Frog Talk, and Max, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. And how's the Thursday going? And any Minecraft projects for anybody? Or any games you've been playing lately that you're enjoying? Currently, we're doing Minecraft Everyday Satisfactory on Fridays and Saturdays. So Friday nights and Saturday evenings. And doing Planet Crafter on Sunday mornings, Sunday afternoons, and Monday mornings. Schedule's subject to change, but that's what we've been trying to stick to. Okay, let's put down some dirt because our inventory is full. And there we go. I feel like which I probably ran out of time on Vibrant Visuals before releasing it. Welcome in, Mason. How's it going? How's the Thursday going? Yeah, if I were considering releasing Vibrant Visuals, I would have done just the shadows and the water. I think some of those, maybe could use some tweaking from what other people have said, but I think overall that gets the most positive reaction from everyone I've heard. I think it's going great the way it is. Well, the water could use something at night to make it a little easier to see, but other than that, I think the waters and shadows are fantastic. But the consistent reaction I've heard on the shading side of it was the saturation being high and not having control over it. Which even that wouldn't be so bad, except this wasn't a preview release. It's in the actual Minecraft, and I'm pretty sure it had a preview release though, so I don't know how it wasn't caught or why it was released without a little bit more polish, but we'll see. I mean, I know some things get polished a little bit more after they're released, but still. And I think with releases, there probably needs to be some kind of education on game development and the plan forward. Because allowing speculation is fine, but when it starts getting into the realm of like, why didn't we get this? Then it starts, I think, becoming more of a problem for Mojang and the community in general. So like the cost of secrecy is putting stress on developers and an unpleasant experience for players. And to me, that doesn't quite seem worth it. There's things like the drop is a date something happens or something you receive. That isn't necessarily version. A version can drop on a date, but a version isn't the drop. Dirt stuff. Oh, we probably left dirt stuff over here. So we're gonna need to just do that. And we can put some stuff in. Yeah, we'll deal with the other stuff later. So I think the version stuff they had before was fine, and you could increase it. And give it the code names and whatnot, but I think all of that comes down more to education of the community rather than anything else. And having the community help each other and let's this needs a lot of torches over here. Whoop. Okay. Hey guys. So let's hey. So let's land. Let's get in here. See if we can get them to take care of each other. Okay. One there, and put a torch over here. There we go. Torch there. I gotta clear it so we can stay here. I think heard talks of redoing combat again, and I think all of that really comes down to allowing things to occur in world, but also giving players the ability to customize things with an in-game kind of configuration system and not relying on mods, because then mods should be more imagination. Things that are already in the game that could be slidered or valued. That could be in the game and not relying on somebody to find a mod that lets you change, combat, distance, damage, whatever that case might be. I think if Mojang incorporated that idea, it would be better for the community overall. Because then there's a choice. If you want the customization, it's there. And if you don't, you can put it, and that adds more sand to the box, which is my preference on things. Because I'm not PvE and very little PvE and no PvP. And that would also help with things like the Java parity, because Java side, you can play older versions, which if you're going to get parity, that's one of the big things that has to be addressed, like Nether Roof and playing older versions. Bedrock does not have that option. Particularly if you're doing a realm. So let's put it just torch spam it for now, because we just don't want to deal with mobs while we're getting things laid out, and then later on we can put lanterns and other kind of lights and whatnot, because we still don't have a frog light farm or anything like that. I mean, we have guardian farms, so we could do some sea lanterns, but we need frog light farm. We need a way to, I don't know, it would really be a farm, but a way to do like copper bulbs and a lighting shop. So yeah. Overall, I think some of the updates have good starts, and I think it's a matter of community and Mojang kind of coming together for a direction. And what makes sense for things to be left in mod, because early players are not going to kind of have experience due to the mods, and you can kind of drive people away that way. Having it in the game, because at least there, like, settings is something you can go through and realize, oh, you can edit it. Whereas having to find a mod that's, oh, I can change this, is different. So I think coming together there will make a big difference. I think Rips put it well on the Spontaneous podcast, which I highly recommend. Well, I don't necessarily do everything on it. I think it's very professional done and very, but he put it, Mojang does kind of a risk reward kind of thing. And I think that's not inherently bad, but where some of the, what I would call kind of mistakes and misunderstandings are coming from. Because putting such an emphasis on that leans more into game versus sandbox. And given that Mojang doesn't give a story or anything, it needs to lean more into the sandbox versus the risk and reward. And I hear a lot of like, people will take the easy path, and some people will. And if they do, it's because that's what they want to do. So why prevent them from doing it? And then people that want the challenge or want to do it a different way, let them do it. Because for us, like, we don't have LAs here, and we don't use LAs anywhere. The farms are definitely not the most efficient. We're building it for fun and function, but not efficiency. So, yeah. In a nutshell, I know you can't make everyone happy, but you can make more happy with making some of the things behind the scenes less hard-coded and more easily customizable through UIs. Hello, Cherry the Drago. How's it going? Welcome in. Hope your Thursday is starting off well. And any Minecraft project yourself or any favorite games you've been playing lately? Oh, thank you for the like, Be Global Live. To the question, by create a network, you mean like SMTs or something on TikTok? Those. Well, thank you for the information, PS Gobo. I have got a few of those messages. I just haven't put too much thought into it yet. We're relatively new to TikTok. Just got Infinity up and going. Definitely needs some tweaking still, but in any case, thank you for stopping by the stream. But it would be nice to do something like this more or less full time, but we'll have to see. Because I don't want to be spammy or aggressive, just these chill story-based builds, and hopefully people like it enough to stick around and help spread the word. Focusing more on organic, which I know is definitely slower, but I want people to like and follow because they actually like and want to see more. Which on that reminds me of stream time. I was planning to do an hour and a half or 2 hours today, but I'm probably going to scale that back to closer to an hour, which I know doesn't help with too much with visibility, but I keep running out of time for some of the video edits and still working on the chapter 18 outline of the novel, and I really want to get that to a point that I'm happy with today, so I'll be going work on that immediately after stream, so by cutting it closer to our usual hour. We might go a little bit over that, but definitely won't be going for the 2 hours today. we have this up? No, because we're probably full. So we need to drop off some dirt so we can pick up our sand here. All right, let's start filling this in. And glad things are going well. Very good job there. Yeah. If there's any questions on what we're building, why we're building it, Minecraft, streaming setup, Legos, cooking, anything of that nature, feel free to drop your questions or thoughts in chat. Particularly interested in anyone's thoughts on the layout of the stream. The followers, base cam, hand cam, title screen placement. Is that stuff people want to see? Is it distracting where it is? Things like that. Oops. Yeah, also interested in other games that people might want to see. Right now, we've been sticking to Satisfactory, Minecraft, and Planet Crafter, but we'd be open to other things. And there are opportunities to do sponsored things on Stream Elements, but kind of limiting that. Did we run out of dirt? Okay, we ran out of dirt. Okay. We'll do a little. Oh, let's go grab this real quick. If a game looks fun, but or if it's something like cooking related, which I think there was one there that might be over by now, then I'd be consider some of those, but it has to be something that kind of fits with what we're going for. Let's check out the diagram. So we can move that to our chest. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's drop this off. Yeah, why not? Oh no. Oops. Okay, we can drop that off there, or that as well. That as well. Okay. You know what? Okay. We have a chest. But we're gonna need to do more bamboo stuff so we can build a chest. More chests so we can get more stone over here. But that works out pretty good for now. And we have some dirt. Yeah, not a ton, but we have enough. We haven't taken clips of this, so we might have to go back to our VODs and grab some of the early days. Download some of those, which will welcome in Anna Trip. Thank you for the like. Very much appreciated. How's the Thursday and any Minecraft projects or games that you've been playing lately? Okay. Grab our sand. Can we get over? Okay. I think we'll leave maybe a layer or something on the outside perimeters because that will. That way we can tell where things were. Like that. So it doesn't have to be fully dirted because we can get dirt later. Fill it in. But it'll be good enough for our framing job here. Okay, so we're going to need to put some dirt. We're going to put some torches down on this dirt. And we'll take care of these zombies one by one so that we can deal with our creeper carefully. And that I think is a downfall. I'm not going to say it's the cyborg. I'll say that's more Minecraft instant selection or default selection because taking off the helmet as a creeper is kind of definitely not what I intended to do. All right, I see some shadow over here. See some shadow here on the dirt that we can place down. Okay. See some shadow over here too. That was another topic on the spawn chunks was with the copper golem coming back. The potential of what's it? I can't think of the name right now, but it was the one that could detect darkness. Something kind of a phantom mod. I forget what it was called now. The shade, something like that. But that would be really helpful to have now, and particularly as they mentioned there too, with vibrant visuals, it's harder to tell where shadows are now. Like what's a legitimate block with a low light level and what's just a shadow. So having a mob or something to do that is fine. Did I go through all the dirt? Okay, good. Grab these little bits and bobs of blocks that we have. Drop that off. It's not enough zombie meat to worry about, so condense that. That's enough rockets to get there. Okay. So we are going to go to our carrot. Yeah, one of these days we need to spend some time and do some vertical framing for things like our warehouse here and whatnot. Welcome in, Green Boy. We have some green tops to our carrots. And we will be flying over some greenery. What is this? How did we lose a block of dirt here? I don't think we hit this with anything. Was this water? This was water. Yeah, this must have been water. And what happened? Where's... Oh, wait. Is it water? Can we just not see it? Yep. That's the case. And then we just messed up our... And that is one of the things that I really like, the way water looks in vibrant visuals when you have enough of it. Here you can kind of see a little off coloring from the top of the block to the bottom, but yeah. Yeah, we were going to be seeing some greenery here in a little bit. Just gathering some carrots for now. Have enough carrots? Can't do too much right now, but 31 ought to be enough to get us by. And our tools are mended enough, so... We probably need to take at least one block with us, or one shulker box with us. So let's empty this out and see what we can drop off over here. Right. And if we can get at least two, that would be great. I work in software. But taking some time and seeing how far we can get and streaming before we go back. Okay. So we got 2 on us. We'll go sleep and then we'll we'll head over to oops. Yeah, we'll do some bamboo, create some chests, and then we'll head over to Inkwood. Yes. Friday, I am planning on doing Minecraft in the morning, so sometime between 10 and 11 Pacific time. And then probably 6 or 7 in the evening, I think. We'll be doing Sada's factory. And we'll be making those announcements on Blue Sky too. So I think we're good enough. That's enough to do a couple chests. Wow. Sounds like fun. Hope it's not too hot where you are. There it is. and sunscreen, hat, and stay hydrated if it is hot. And stay hydrated, I guess, anyway, wherever you are. General. Oops. Maybe that was close. All right, time to head over to Inkwood and enjoy the green grass, green boy. Okay. So let's see how far we can. Okay. Let's see if we can glide into Inkwood now. We should be on a pretty good course. As long as we don't fall out of the sky, we should be in pretty good shape. $189 likes. We're getting there. So frame rendering is dropping. Our frame rendering due to rendering lag. Frames missed due to rendering lag. It's up to 7.4%. Right, so here we go. Flying over Inkwood here. And then heading over here. And then what we'll do is we'll put our water bucket up and we'll put our blocks somewhere around here so we can collect them later, but they're a little bit more in the middle, not up top. That way we can get to them easier. So let's finish off what we started yesterday because we've got 10-15 minutes to go, and that ought to be enough time to finish off what we didn't quite get to yesterday. We won't be getting 3 levels today, so that will slow things down. So it's probably going to be at least 2, maybe 3 more months, which will make the ravine project roughly a 6-month project, I think. Maybe a little bit more, but roughly 6 months. We could have brought some TNT over. Maybe next time we'll do that. Maybe tomorrow we'll fly back to Overmorrow and grab some TNT. Let's see what we can do with that. We don't need it to be smooth, but if we get the TNT, we can dig maybe a line kind of down the middle, drop some TNT down it, and that will get us where we need to go. All right. This road, let's take it all down level by level. See how far that goes. Okay, good. Okay, so let's carve it along the wall. That should help. And there we go. This dirt? Yeah, this is dirt. So let's... Yeah, the dirt, I mean, it is different than the granite, but it's a lot closer with the vibrant visuals. Okay, audio cut out there for a second. Back. FPS just why is FPS dropped today? We're down to almost 40. Okay, now back to 60. We do have our preview in OBS as our PRE screen, which usually doesn't contribute to the FPS dropping. It really shouldn't. I mean, I haven't done any profiling to see how much the preview affects versus the program, because I'm assuming the FPS should be only what's processed on the programming side, so what's going out. And we're not doing anything more than we usually do. And we changed some of our intro screen stuff, which I guess is on the screen theme that is active in OBS, to close when it's not loaded, or not needed. And since that's already played, it shouldn't be needed. I wonder if it's kind of the placement of the videos, if not having it on one spot is actually causing it to have to do more work. I mean, granted, we're moving around, so it would have to refresh all the pixels anyway. Maybe it can... I don't think it's doing anything particularly special behind the scenes, like trying to like was it the DLSS, kind of the NVIDIA thing of figuring out what kind of the in-between is and then calculating that on Minecraft. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. We've got to remember if we do that on this side to actually stair step down. Let's see. Let's see if we remember that. Okay. Okay. And got it. we're gonna have to sleep soon, but making good progress. Okay, let's figure out some bits and pieces over here. Okay. Is that light? Yeah, good, good, good. Making progress. Okay. All right. Let's put some torch over here. Ooh, yes, come in. Help us out, please. Thank you. Appreciate the assist there, Cooper. Back and down. I think that's going to be pretty good. So we'll be a little over an hour, but we'll have everything down to 57. And that'll be a good start here. Then we're going to do some editing, try to get, I'm going to focus on the editing first and then the writing. We need to get some videos out. One second. All right. Wait, do we have someone back here? Oh no, it's been someone else. Okay. Spiders definitely look scarier. And then we put in some diorite. Oh, diorite dirt. And yep. Okay. And we can put in our bits and pieces there. Now we'll go collect our rest of our stuff. And we'll do a little cleanup over here inside the wall. Make sure that everything is 257 on the Y. Just cleaning it up. We're not going to go any deeper today. All right, so that looks pretty good there. let's grab a shovel here and get out as much of this as we can. Oh, and let's grab a carrot too, because we need some heating. Where's the... Almost there. A few more minutes, I think. Okay. And then we can grab this gravel. And we can see a wall up there. Perfect. Can you open it? Oh, perfect. We can grab all this dirt. And then we can put in our sands. Did we get everything? We got everything. Okay. Okay, so we do need a little cobblestone top to make that a little easier to see, but this is the wall. Okay. Usa, welcome in. This is vanilla bedrock. And thank you for the like, appreciate it. Do you have any Minecraft projects yourself or any games you've been playing lately? And thank you for the like as well. Did I get bedrock? This copy I've got through just the Mojang website. I do have another here, and then I've also purchased it on Switch and mobile on Android. And I also have another copy through the Minecraft launcher on another PC. And some point this year, I'll probably get a copy of Java through the launcher, or buy a copy through the launcher so that I can experiment around with some world imports. Because every 6 months we make this world available for download, a new version that you can download from GitLab. And I want to see how it imports into Java. But I play on mobile, Switch, PC, and Chromebook, at least while Chromebook is still around. And we have 3 accounts that we play with. So our main account here, we call our hero account, because we're trying to create a story. We have our AFK account that we leave at farms whenever we need to get a little gold or iron or something. And then we have our what we call our spirit account. So we'll give it a gold helmet and a stack of stone and have it go out over a lava lake in the nether kind of thing and lay down as much as it can before we fall into the lava. But we don't have to worry about losing any gear or time. Just keep running at the project until it's finished. And right now, I'm just kind of goofing around, closing out our stream, inspecting what we have in our ravine so far. So this back wall here, which is the western wall. Yeah, because that would be south. Yeah, that's the east side. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we can see the sun rising in the east. So this western wall, there's some lake stuff up here, which I guess we can fly out. So this lake here, we're going to expand a lot, make that more prominent, make it a little deeper. And then we have this ravine that's going to go down to bedrock. We'll fill it with a little water at the bottom, some cobwebs, smokestacks, whatnot. And then on this side, we'll continue the ravine on this side. We should probably just go up to the top here, see if we can land on this. And maybe we'll just go up top. Didn't quite stop. And on the ladder. I mean, we do have a happy gas, but so we can see the beam coming up. The copper, we're just laying around just to age it. I don't know if we'll actually do anything with that on the border, but you can see the copper, or not copper, the cobblestone on the outside and the inside is the perimeter of our ravine. So it's going to be a large one around the area in here that we're calling Inkwood, one of the cities in our story. I guess more of a town. It's not going to be super large. Then in here, there'll be a well that you fall into it, and then you'll go through a control tunnel and another out to the Inkwood Library, which is 15,000 blocks away, give or take, southwest, in the middle of an ocean, so that we can kind of give it kind of that magical feel that nothing's around. You wouldn't stumble into this by exploring the area. Kind of thinking of it almost like a pocket dimension kind of thing. All right. But yeah, that's the idea there. And we're also on our own realm. So again, with the bedrock, that automatically updates to whatever the current version is, which is why we have the vibrant visuals and the chase the sky update. And we have vibrant visuals turned on. We could turn it off, and at some point we probably will. But I'm kind of waiting to see if Mojang introduces more functionality as far as sliders, being able to turn off biome, what would you call it, like different biome effects. Because going from a plains to a desert is a bit jarring. So if I could turn that off, I probably would, and leave on most of the other stuff. And then if I could turn down like the saturation, I'd probably do that as well. Because the shadows and the water are the main things that I really like from the vibrant rituals. So you can see the shadow of our happy gas there. I like that. And the water looks kind of good there, and it looks really good in the back. I think the one thing I would want on the water side would be some kind of feature, again, that I could turn on and off so that not just about what I want and what others could have too, but be able to turn on something different for water at night. Because not too long ago, we were looking at our carrots over in Overmorrow and couldn't figure out what the hole in the ground was and realized that's where we had the water for the crops. So if it could go to old school or have something different that made the water more visible at night, I would like that. And then keeping it different, keeping it the way it is during the day, because I think this looks really good. And I think that would add some sand to the box, letting players choose what they want there. Yeah, so for me, it would be turning off the water at night, turning off the biome variation for vibrant visuals, and then being able to turn back the kind of saturation so it doesn't look quite as plasticky. But with that, a little over an hour, and normally would go for a little bit longer, trying to, but we do need to get to some editing and some writing projects that we've not had the time we needed to. So we're going to try to get to that today and tomorrow. So we're going to wind down and say thank you for joining day 533 of The Journey Begins. Thank you, Boy, Happy Global, Jerry the Drago, Masson, and everybody for the likes and follows on Twitch and TikTok. Apologies for the blemish on the side for the likes. If you want to see more of what we're working on, you can check us out on Linktree. So that's tr.ee/mindtripmedia. The link for that will be on our outro screen here in a second. You can also do !social on TikTok and links on TikTok or Twitch. So on Twitch, it's links. On TikTok, it's social. I should probably line those. But anyway, if you get to Linktree, that will have links to our TikTok, Twitch, the VODs, which are over on YouTube, our Blue Sky, Pinterest, and various other projects like our Substack project, and our book and journal. Whenever those are ready to go, will be up there as well. The world download is there as well. So if you want to check those out, feel free. And if you like it, you can follow us there. And if you really like it, you can share out any of those platforms as well. And so with that, we'll see you tomorrow on day 534. Our goal will be to dig down some more on the southern wall of the ravine, southern side of the ravine, and then transport our material back to Overmorrow so we can do some more terraforming there. So if you want to follow us and watch the progress of our story come together, feel free to check us out. That will be about somewhere between 10 and 11 p.m. or a.m. and 11 a.m. Pacific time. We stream for usually at least an hour. We've been trying to bump that up to 2. So tomorrow will hopefully be at least an hour and a half stream. And then tomorrow evening, and we'll make the announcement on Blue Sky there, we'll be doing Satisfactory and getting back to that on Fridays and Saturdays. And on Sundays, we're doing Planet Crafter along with Minecraft. So check that out if you like. And with that, we'll see you tomorrow when the journey continues.